Okay. First, let us see the general properties of solids. In solids, what can you comment on interatomic or intermolecular or interionic distances or spacing between different species? Is that minimum or maximum?
Minimum.
Minimum. So as the distances are minimum, can I say interparticle force of attraction will be maximum? Okay.
Yes.
Okay. What can you comment on compressibility of solids? Is that low or high?
Low.
Low. Compressibility is low. What can you comment on rigidity? The rigidity
High.
is good. What can you comment on density and melting points?
High.
High.
High. Okay. So पहले वो mark कर लेते हैं. Interatomic, if the constituents are atoms, interatomic distances. If the constituents are molecules, intermolecular distance. If the constituents are ions, interionic distance or spacing is minimum. Ions, molecules, yeah, atoms. I am referring them to as particles. So interparticle force of attraction. Force of attraction is maximum. Interparticle force of attraction, it is maximum. Compressibility, it is low. Solids are very rigid, hence rigidity is high. Density and melting points are high. Okay. As a solids है, they are broadly classified into two different types. Okay. Anyone know the types of solids?
Crystalline and amorphous.
Very good. There are two different types, amorphous solids and crystalline solids. So can anyone tell me the difference between them? Amorphous और crystalline में difference क्या है?
Arrangement of atoms.
Arrangement of atoms. Okay. Amorphous के लिए classic example है glass. Glass is considered as amorphous solid. Crystalline के लिए example NaCl. NaCl is a crystalline solid. आप लोग को लग रहा होगा ग्लास जो है वो भी क्रिस्टलाइन फॉर्म जैसा लग सकता है. इनफैक्ट ग्लास हैज टू डिफरेंट फॉर्म्स. यू कैन हैव ए क्रिस्टलाइन ग्लास एज वेल एज अमॉर्फस ग्लास. दोनों रह सकता है. ओके, बट टेल मी द बेसिक डिफरेंस बिटवीन क्रिस्टलाइन सब्सटेंस एंड एन अमॉर्फस सब्सटेंस. एनीवन?
Amorphous are soft and crystallines are hard.
ओके, ठीक है. अमॉर्फस इज सॉफ्ट, क्रिस्टलाइन इज हार्ड. ठीक है. अरेंजमेंट ऑफ एटम्स करके कुछ बोला है ना आप लोग. With respect to arrangement of atoms or arrangement of particles, what is the difference between crystalline and an amorphous substance?
क्रिस्टलाइन में फिक्स्ड अरेंजमेंट होता है.
Crystalline में fixed arrangement होता है. Okay. Amorphous में there will be random arrangement. क्या?
नहीं, फिक्स ही रहता है लेकिन शॉर्ट टर्म चेन के लिए.
Yeah, good. In case of amorphous substances, we have short range order. In case of crystalline substances, we have long range order. मतलब क्या है? एक एग्जांपल लेते हैं. सपोज हमारे क्लासरूम्स देखो, हमारे फ्लोर में सपोज मान लेते हैं एक 10 क्लासरूम्स है. हर एक क्लासरूम में the benches are in a given order, right? There is some specific arrangement of benches. If all the classrooms has same arrangement of benches, जैसे क्लासरूम 1 में है एग्जैक्ट वैसा ही रिपीट हुआ क्लासरूम 2 में भी है, क्लासरूम 3 में भी है, 4 में भी है, ऐसा क्लासरूम 10 तक सेम अरेंजमेंट है. So in this case the order is long range order. If you are having specific orders in different classrooms, एक क्लासरूम के अंदर you have an order, but that particular order is not maintained in the next classroom. Classroom 2 में भी कुछ तो order है. The benches are not placed randomly, but they are placed in a regular order. But the order is not same to that of classroom 1. So in this case, you are having short range order. Classroom 1 तक की वो limited है वो order. Classroom 2 में different order आया. Classroom 3 में और different order आया. Okay. So that particular substance is called as amorphous substance. You will be having order, but the order is limited to some short range. Yeah. So without a particular form. Okay. In case of crystalline substances, you will be having long range order. The entire order is maintained throughout the substance. Same order is maintained throughout the substance. Is this clear? Okay. So in case of amorphous substances, without a particular form, or they have short range orders. In case of crystalline substance, you have long range order. I hope this is clear. Okay. और भी कुछ differences mark करेंगे. Important boards question. They will ask you the differences between an amorphous substance and a crystalline substance. Property. Crystalline substance में क्या होगा वो property? Amorphous में क्या रहेगा? Everyone in the lecture?
हाँ सर.
हाँ सर.
Okay. I will list out the property. आप लोग बताओ. If I talk about arrangement, अभी हमने discuss किया. In case of crystalline substance, you have long range order. In case of amorphous substance, you have short range order.
Short range.
Okay. What can you comment on melting point? Crystalline substances और amorphous substances के बीच में melting point का difference क्या होगा?
Fixed melting point.
Exactly. In case of crystalline substances, you have some definite temperatures for melting point, or they melt at definite temperatures. In amorphous substances, as the orders in different parts is different, so different parts will be melting at different temperatures. So it will melt in range of temperatures. Okay. So crystalline substances जो है they melt at definite temperature. Amorphous substances they melt over a range of temperatures. Is this clear?
हाँ सर.
हाँ sure.
जहाँ पे पैकिंग और जहाँ पे अरेंजमेंट स्ट्रांग होगा, पास पास में रहेंगे, वहाँ पे मेल्टिंग पॉइंट ज्यादा होगा. कोई और प्लेस में if the packing or the position of atoms is relatively far from each other, तब melting point थोड़ा कम रहेगा. So they will have some range of temperatures. Okay. What is meant by enthalpy of fusion? What is meant by enthalpy of fusion?
Energy required for a solid to convert into liquid.
The heat changes which are happening whenever you are converting a solid form to a liquid form. Okay. So what can you comment on enthalpy of fusion for crystalline and amorphous substances? Crystalline substance के लिए again you will be having a sharp value or a unique value. For amorphous substances you won't be having a sharp value. Different values आ सकता है. Okay. Sharp value. Compressibility. In case of crystalline substances, compressibility is very less. In case of amorphous substances, can be compressed to some extent. जहाँ पे पैकिंग थोड़ा वीक रहेगा, उस पर्टिकुलर पोजीशन पे you can have some compressibility. Okay. ठीक है. Cutting with a sharp edged tool. Whenever you try to cut a crystalline substance with a sharp edged tool, तब क्या होता है? You will be getting some clean surfaces, clear surfaces मिलेगा. They will produce plain surface. But if you try to cut a amorphous substance, in that case you will be having some irregular surfaces. Okay, because the arrangement of the atoms is not of some specific order. दूसरे डायरेक्शन में ऑर्डर डिफरेंट होने की वजह से वहां पे वो पर्टिकुलर सरफेस जो है, you may not have a clear surface or a clean surface. Okay, you will be getting some irregular surfaces. So crystalline surface के लिए, crystalline substance के लिए, they produce clean surface amorphous के लिए they produce irregular surfaces. Okay. Volume change मतलब whenever you are melting, there will be sudden change in the volume because it has a specific melting point. But crystalline substances के लिए you don't have specific melting point, So there will be a gradual change. Symmetry. Is there any symmetry in crystalline substance?
हाँ.
Symmetry elements are found. In this case, there is no symmetry. Okay, अलावा in this chapter इनके बारे में हम पढ़ेंगे interfacial angles. Interfacial angles मतलब angles between two surfaces or two faces. Interfacial angles. As you have symmetry, you can define definite faces, and those definite faces will be having some definite angles. In case of amorphous substances, you may not define, as there is no symmetry, you cannot define some definite faces. different spots पे वो जो face का position है या orientation है अलग अलग रहेगा. Okay, so interfacial angles जो है they exist in crystalline substances, or you have interfacial angle. Exactly होता क्या है we will understand in a while. You will have definite interfacial angles which are represented by alpha, beta, gamma. No such angles are there as there is no repeating part or repeating unit. Very important difference. Next difference, isotropy and anisotropy. Isotropy and anisotropy. Iso का मतलब क्या है? Same. Tropy indicates direction. The word tropy indicates direction. If you are referring to any specific property, iso matlab same, tropy indicates direction. If in all the directions, if the property is same, the value of the property is not changing, then that particular substance is called as isotropic substance. If in different directions the value is different, then it is called as anisotropic substance. एक प्रॉपर्टी देखेंगे, उस प्रॉपर्टी को एनालाइज करके we will decide if crystalline substance is isotropic or anisotropic. जो प्रॉपर्टी हम कंसिडर कर रहे हैं, that is linear density of atoms. What is meant by linear density of atoms? Density indicates the number of atoms per unit volume, or per linear density matlab per unit length. Okay, in crystalline substance you have regular arrangement of atoms. Suppose if you observe, you are having some specific arrangement of atoms in this particular case. ओके ये सपोज मान लेते हैं यहां से यहां तक डिस्टेंस जो है it is a. So in a distance of a, the number of atoms in this direction, the number of atoms in this direction कितने हैं? You have 2 atoms. So the linear density of atoms in this direction is 2. Suppose if you are taking diagonal distance, अगर वो a है तो suppose ये square मान लेते हैं, this particular distance will be
A root 2.
A root 2.
or root 2 a. So in diagonal direction, the linear density is, or I can say, you will be having 2 atoms in a distance of root 2a. In case of in this direction, if you are considering from left to right, along the side, the linear density is you are having 2 atoms in a distance of a. Along the diagonal, in a distance of root 2a, you are getting 2 atoms. So the linear density in different directions, it is different. इस डायरेक्शन में अलग है, इस डायरेक्शन में अलग है. Okay. So can I say this particular substance, it is anisotropic? Different directions में वो जो property linear density जो है, it is different. Number of atoms per unit distance. In this case, it is 2 upon a. In this case, it is 2 upon root 2a. You have 2 atoms in a distance of root 2a. In this case, you have 2 atoms in a distance of a. So इस डायरेक्शन में 2 upon a हुआ, इस डायरेक्शन में 2 upon root 2a हुआ. Both the things are different. अगर if you are taking amorphous substance में होता क्या है? You don't have a regular order. So इस डायरेक्शन में ऑर्डर अलग होगा, इस डायरेक्शन में ऑर्डर अलग होगा. But if you are taking on an average, the linear density can become same. मतलब इस पर्टिकुलर केस में ऐसा कुछ अरेंजमेंट है. इस पर्टिकुलर केस में बीच में कहीं तो एटम्स पास में भी रह सकता है ना. In case of crystalline substance, this order won't be affected. हर डायरेक्शन में हमेशा वैसा ही दिखेगा. But amorphous substance में कभी कुछ places में the atoms can be close to each other. If the atoms are close to each other, on an average, if you are calculating the linear density, it will remain same. Is this clear?
हाँ.
हाँ
समझ
sir.
में आया ये? So crystalline substances जो है, they are always anisotropic. In different directions, the property will be different. Amorphous substances, they become isotropic because on an average, the property will remain same. Okay. And इसमें हम example क्या लिया है? We have seen linear density of atoms. Very important. Okay. So बाकी सब properties जो है ये obvious है. Isotropy और anisotropy नया term है ना? Crystalline substances are anisotropic. Amorphous substances are isotropic. Okay. We are interested only in the crystalline substances. So crystalline substances के further कुछ important points देखते हैं. First, let us see the different types of crystalline substances or the different types of solids. Type, constituents, the bonding involved, some examples, their physical nature, electrical properties, melting point. Okay. If I take molecular solids, different types of solids के बारे में हम 11th में chemical bonding के chapter में पढ़ा. You have ionic solids, you have metallic solids, you have molecular solids, you have covalent solids. Okay. Suppose if you are taking molecular solids, what are the constituents of molecular solids?
Molecules.
Molecules. Okay. What is the bonding involved?
van der Waals.
Okay. van der Waals में क्या क्या होगा?
Dipole, dipole, induced dipole.
Induced dipole.
Very good. Dipole dipole interactions. Induced dipole also called as London dispersion forces, or you can have hydrogen bonding. Okay. So I am talking about molecules के बीच में interaction क्या है, which is responsible for the molecules to stay together. Okay. Within the molecule, we will be having covalent bonds. Molecules, the bonding is either you can have London dispersion forces, or you can have dipole interaction, or you can have hydrogen bonding. ये तीनों के लिए कुछ स्पेसिफिक एग्जांपल्स बोल सकते हो? लंदन डिस्पर्शन फोर्स के वजह से जो भी मॉलिक्यूलर सॉलिड बना और बन सकता है. An example, if I am taking argon solid, argon के बीच में argon overall non-polar होगा. So when two argon atoms are coming close, you will be having or you can generate an induced dipole, or you can have CCl4, carbon tetrachloride. It is also a non-polar molecule. Dipole interaction से जो भी solid बन सकता है,
HCl.
SO2, solid forms. Hydrogen bonding से
H2O.
ice, or you can also have solid NH3. Okay, उनका physical nature, will they be soft or hard? Hard. ये hard नहीं रहेंगे. Even though it is a crystalline substance, we will say they will be soft because the interactions among the molecules are very weak. Van der Waals forces है ना? Okay, so relatively they are soft. इस वाले केस में London dispersion forces are very weak, इसलिए soft. Dipole interactions भी relatively weak ही है, so ये भी soft ही रहेगा. Hydrogen bonding is the strongest form of Van der Waals force. Okay, so इसलिए these are considered to be hard. Okay, electrical properties, insulator से या conductor से? Insulators, you don't have any charge. Okay, in HCl you are having some polarity, you are having some charges, but those charges are not free to move. If you are putting them in aqueous solutions, then they can act as conductors. Okay, so ये भी insulators ही है. दोनों, in fact दोनों insulators ही है. Melting point,
Low.
Melting point very low. 1 minute. Melting points very low. And ये cases में dipole interaction और hydrogen bonding के case में you will be having low melting point. Okay. If you are taking ionic solids, what are the constituents?
Cations and anions.
Or simply ions. What is the bonding?
Electrostatic.
Electrostatic force. Okay. Coulomb spelling क्या है?
COULOMBS.
Okay. Coulombic force. Example?
NaCl.
NaCl. और कुछ? MgO, CF2, etc. Physical nature. Soft या hard?
Hard.
Hard.
Good. Insulators or conductors?
Insulators.
Insulators, if you want them to conduct electricity, क्या करना पड़ेगा?
Aqueous में करना
You
पड़ेगा.
need to either take molten form or in an aqueous state. Good. So I'm writing they are conductors. In molten and aqueous states. Melting point?
High.
High. Okay. Metallic solids. What are the constituents of metallic solids? Metal atoms?
हाँ.
And nature of bonding? You have metallic bond. Any pure metal, Cu, Ag, Fe, Au, etc. And they are also hard. They are hard, but they are malleable and ductile. Okay. Are they conductors of electricity?
हाँ.
Yes.
They are very good conductors. Melting and boiling point?
High.
High. Last type of solids.
Covalent.
Covalent. 1 minute. Covalent solids. What are the constituents in covalent solids? What are the constituents?
Molecules.
Molecules.
सर मतलब
Example for any covalent solid?
NaCl.
NaCl.
Methane.
नहीं.
Methane.
Methane. नहीं.
diamond.
Diamond. Diamond is an example for covalent solid. Covalent solid is also called as network solid. What happens in covalent solid? Each atom is bonded to several other atoms. In case of diamond, each carbon atom is attached to 4 other carbon atoms. वैसे दूसरा कार्बन एटम है, फिर से 4 कार्बन एटम्स, so on so forth. So it forms a network ना. So जो भी constituents है, the constituents are nothing but atoms. individual atoms which are connected by covalent bonds. Molecular solid में you will be having discrete molecules. Molecule के बीच में there is no bond. There is some weak attractive force because of the van der Waals forces of attraction. Covalent solids में all the atoms are connected by some bond. याद है ना ये part आपको? Okay, so the bonding is covalent. Example, diamond. Graphite. Aluminum nitride. Silicon carbide, etc. And these are also very hard. Diamond जो है, it is soft. In in graphite, it is also called as layered solid. One layer can slide over the other layer. Okay, because दो layers के बीच में you have only van der Waals forces. In general, they are insulators, except graphite. Graphite is a good conductor. Melting and boiling points, very high. Is this clear यहाँ तक? ये आप लोग को पहले भी पता है ये सब. बोर्ड्स में आ सकता है ये. Okay. Let us see different crystal structures, different types of crystal structures or crystal geometries that exist in nature. Crystal structures, very important. Okay, to understand about the crystal structure, first let us understand the definition of crystal lattice. Anyone? Definition of crystal lattice? What is meant by lattice?
जिस स्पेस में वो एटम्स अरेंज किए जाते हैं, पार्टिकल्स.
Okay. Any other definition, please? Lattice.
Specific arrangement of atoms.
Yeah, specific arrangement of yeah, it can be atoms, it can be molecules, it can be ions. Okay, so crystal lattice is nothing but the regular array of the building blocks can be atoms or ions or molecules inside the crystalline solid. Crystalline solid is called crystal lattice. Okay, so इस context में हमको और एक definition भी समझना है. The definition of unit cell. Unit cell. Unit cell का मतलब क्या है? Suppose कोई एक बड़ा सा होटल है. Suppose मान लेते हैं सयाजी होटल है. If you are seeing the Sayaji hotel or if you are observing the Sayaji hotel from the outside, सारा rooms जो है एक specific order में arrange होता है ना. Suppose एक particular window जो है उसको एक unit cell जैसे मानेंगे. If you are extending that window in the 2-dimensional region, okay, ऊपर से नीचे तक उसको extend किया तो you will form the front surface of the hotel. बोल सकता हूँ. So in that particular situation, वो जो window जो हुआ है, that is the repeating unit, and that is a two-dimensional unit cell. उसी विंडो को बड़ा सा वो जो विंडो है, if you are extending in the backward direction, आपको एक रूम बनेगा. विजुअलाइज कर पा रहा है क्या? You will be forming a room. That particular room extended in that three-dimensional space will form the entire hotel. So the smallest repeating unit in that case is the room, a particular section. Okay. That particular section is called as unit cell. What is meant by unit cell? It is the smallest repeating part of the lattice. If you are extending that particular repeating part in all the directions in the three-dimensional space, you will get the lattice. Okay. Is this clear?
हाँ सर.
आप लोग को बोर्ड्स में यूनिट सेल का डेफिनेशन पूछ सकते हैं. लैटिस का डेफिनेशन एंड यूनिट सेल का डेफिनेशन. A unit cell is the smallest repeating part of the lattice which can be repeated in all directions to generate the entire lattice. It can be two-dimensional or maybe 2D or 3D. If you want to form only surface, you will be having a two-dimensional lattice. If you want to form the entire volume of the crystalline substance, you need to have a three-dimensional lattice. Okay. Example mark कर रहा हूँ. Suppose in this case, suppose two-dimensional lattice से बात कर रहा हूँ. यहाँ से यहाँ तक डिस्टेंस मान लेते हैं, this is A, and यहाँ से यहाँ तक डिस्टेंस मान लेते हैं B. So you are having a rectangular unit cell. अगर ऐसा कुछ अरेंजमेंट है, इस केस में जो भी यूनिट सेल है, द रिपीटिंग यूनिट, इट इज नॉट रेक्टेंगल, इट इज रोम्बस ना. ये डिस्टेंस भी ये मान लेते हैं, ये डिस्टेंस भी ये मान लेते हैं. सो इन दिस केस यू आर हैविंग रोम्बिक यूनिट सेल. Is this clear? So now let us understand about the interfacial angles. अभी ये जो एंगल्स है, ये एंगल्स अगर डिफर हुआ तो दो फेसेस के बीच में एंगल, the shape of the unit cell will be changed. In this case the angle is 90. इस केस में एंगल 90 नहीं है, कुछ और है ना. So rhombus बना दिया हमने इधर. So the unit cell shape also got changed. So in case of crystalline substances, you will be having some different angles. By changing the angles, you can form different shapes. So let us see all the different angles that can be formed. Give me 2 minutes. Okay. Suppose ये जो distance है, let us take this as A. This distance as B, and ये जो distance है C. Everyone in the lecture?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
A के opposite, ये जो A है, A के opposite में जो भी angle है, this is considered as alpha. ये जो B है, B के opposite में जो भी angle है, it is considered as beta. ये जो C है, C के opposite में जो भी angle है, it is considered as gamma. So this ये जो alpha, beta, gamma, these are called as interfacial angles. Okay. In any unit cell, we have edges. This A, B, and C. These are called as edges. You have interfacial angles, alpha, beta, and gamma. इनके अलावा ये जो यूनिट सेल है, it is also defined by position of the atoms inside the unit cell. Okay. ये जो पर्टिकुलर यूनिट सेल है, इनके अंदर एटम्स किन पोजीशंस पे ऑक्यूपाइड है, based on that also we define a unit cell. So any unit cell is characterized by edges, it is characterized by interfacial angle, edges में A, B and C, interfacial angles में alpha, beta and gamma, and last by the location of atoms or location of particles भी बोल सकते हो, location of atoms inside unit cell. Okay. And ये जो location कहाँ कहाँ रह सकता है, और जो location है, it can be at the corners. Corners मतलब ये वाला parts. The atoms can be located at the corners. They can be located at the body center. The atom can be located at the body center. Body center मतलब ये वाला पार्ट, ये पूरा यूनिट सेल हुआ, यूनिट सेल के बीच में जो भी पार्ट रहेगा, मतलब ये डायगोनल्स ड्रॉ करने के बाद the intersection of those diagonals is considered as body center. Okay, the atom can be located at the body center. The atoms can also be present at the face center. These are the different possibilities for the location of atoms. Face center मतलब ये एक face हुआ, इसके center पे. In any unit cell, the unit cells which are available in nature, okay, उनमें atoms का location कहाँ कहाँ हो सकता है? You can have the atom location at the corners. You can have the location of the atom at the body center, and you can have the location of the atom at the face center. Okay, so based on the arrangement of atoms, we have 4 different types of unit cells. This is based on arrangement of atoms. One is called primitive or simple unit cell. Primitive or simple unit cell. Then we have body centered. We have face centered. We have end centered. These are the 4 different types of unit cells which are present in nature. Primitive unit cell का मतलब क्या है? और जो location atoms का location जो रहेगा, location of atoms in the corner. In any unit cell, what are the number of corners we have? In any cell, number of corners. You have 8 corners, right? So primitive unit cell, alpha, beta, gamma, A, B, C, कोई भी हो जाए. Location of atoms कहाँ पे रहेगा? Primitive or simple unit cell में you will be having the atoms located at the corners. Okay, they will be occupied only at the corners. If you are having body centered, हर कोई unit cell में common ये होगा, in all the unit cells corners will always be occupied. In all the unit cells corners will always be occupied. So body centered में क्या है? Apart from corners, you will also have the atom at the body center. Sorry, 1 minute. Yeah, in case of body centered, the location of atoms will be at the corners as well as the body center. Face centered में क्या होगा? Guess कर सकते हो?
Center of faces.
You will definitely have the location of atoms at corners. सब में corners तो fix होगा ही है. इनके साथ साथ you will have atoms at the face centers. Okay, center spelling TRE है ना? दोनों valid है ना?
हाँ सर.
Okay, ठीक है. End center मतलब you will be having atoms at the corners and a pair of opposite faces. मतलब कॉर्नर्स तो रहेगा ही है, कॉर्नर्स के साथ साथ कोई दो फेसेस के सेंटर्स में ही रहेगा, इधर ये फेस और ये फेस के सेंटर में होगा, ये फेस और ये फेस के सेंटर में होगा, और ऊपर एक फेस है नीचे एक फेस है ना, इन फेसेस के सेंटर पे होगा. ओके, दैट इज कॉल्ड एज एंड सेंटर्ड. इज दिस क्लियर? Nature, the based on the location of atoms inside the unit cell, we have 4 different types. Okay, जो भी crystal systems है पूरा nature में, उन सारा crystal systems based on the location of atoms, they are classified into 4 different types: primitive, body centered, face centered, and end centered. Primitive में only the corners will be occupied by atoms. Body centered में along with corners you will be having atom at the center, body center. Face centered में along with corners you will be having atoms at the face centers. End center में along with corners on any two opposite faces उनके centers में 2 atoms रहेंगे, कोई भी 2 opposite faces में. Is this clear? Okay, so सारा crystal systems, सारा different crystal systems जो है, they can be classified based on A, B, C, alpha, beta, gamma. इनके साथ साथ location of atoms inside the unit cell. Okay, so we will see all available crystal systems present in nature. Crystal systems, very important table you will get. You can expect a question directly from this table. Variations available. Axial distances. Axial distances मतलब वो जो अल्फा बी सॉरी ABC. Axial distances, interfacial angles, some examples in each case. Okay. The first system, crystal system, it is called as cubic system. Cubic. In this cubic system, the variations which we have are primitive, body centered, and face centered. Okay. In case of cubic system, the relation among A, B, C is cubic. Cube के लिए सारे सेम होता है ना, A equal to B equal to C, alpha equal to beta equal to gamma equal to 90 degrees. And examples for cubic system are NaCl, zinc sulfide, copper, a metallic solid. Okay, so cubic system में अगर A equal to B equal to C, alpha equal to beta equal to gamma equal to 90 हुआ तो it is called as cubic system. In the cubic system, the variations which we have in nature are only primitive, body centered, and face centered. End center कभी नहीं रहता. Okay, you don't have a cubic system which is having an end-centered arrangement of atoms. Corners में रह के opposite faces में any pair of opposite faces में 2 atoms है. Okay, this system is not available in the cubic system. Okay, then you have tetragonal. In this you have variations primitive and body centered. Relation among ABC, A equal to B and not equal to C. A equal to B and not equal to C. मतलब लेंथ ब्रेथ सेम है और हाइट डिफरेंट है. A equal to B not equal to C, alpha equal to beta equal to gamma equal to 90 degrees. इसमें भी alpha beta gamma 90 है. Example, tin, the form is white, SnO2, TiO2, CSO4. All these examples are part of your NCERT. You need to remember these examples too. कभी कभी डायरेक्ट क्वेश्चन आ जाता है, टिन जो है कौन सा सिस्टम है, टेट्रागोनल, क्यूबिक और भी सिस्टम्स. ऑर्थोरोम्बिक. You have all variations P, B, F, E. All possible variations are present. A not equal to B not equal to C, alpha equal to beta equal to gamma equal to 90 degrees. Example, rhombic sulfur, KNO3, BSO4. क्लियर है यहां तक? Monoclinic, P and E, primitive and end center. A not equal to B not equal to C, alpha equal to gamma equal to 90, beta can be any angle other than 90, beta not equal to 90 degrees, alpha equal to gamma equal to 90, beta not equal to 90. Example, monoclinic sulfur, different allotropes रहता है ना, rhombic sulfur, monoclinic sulfur, that is based on the crystal system. Monoclinic sulfur, PbCrO2. Okay, next, hexagonal. You have only primitive, A equal to B not equal to C, alpha equal to beta equal to 90, and gamma equal to 120 degrees. Alpha equal to beta equal to 90, gamma equal to 120. Example, graphite. ये कॉमन एग्जांपल्स है ना, इंपॉर्टेंट एग्जांपल्स, सो ये आपको याद रखना पड़ेगा. ग्राफाइट, CDS, जिंक ऑक्साइड. Rhombohedral, also called as trigonal. A equal to B equal to C, alpha equal to beta equal to gamma, but they are not equal to 90. CaCO3, cinnabar, HGS. Everyone in the lecture?
Yes, sir.
हाँ सर.
क्लास सिस्टम ट्राइक्लिनिक, इसमें भी केवल प्रिमिटिव है, इसमें कोई भी इक्वल नहीं है. इक्वल टू बी नॉट इक्वल टू सी, अल्फा नॉट इक्वल टू बीटा नॉट इक्वल टू गामा नॉट इक्वल टू 90. CuSO4 dot 5H2O, blue vitriol, K2 Cr2O7, boric acid H3BO3. ये है. These are the all crystal systems along with examples. याद रखने के लिए ऐसा कुछ याद कर सकते हो. CTOMHRT. CTOMHRT. CTO मतलब चीफ टेक्निकल ऑफिसर. यूजुअली बड़े बड़े कंपनीज के लिए टेक हेड्स होते हैं. दे आर कॉल्ड एज CTOs. ओके. CTO MHRTC. RTC नहीं है, MHRT बस. Cubic, tetragonal, orthorhombic, monoclinic, hexagonal, rhombohedral, triclinic. Okay. Primitive तो सबके अंदर रहेगा. You will be having primitive in all the things. Last 3 में केवल primitive है. You can remember this as CBF. CBF, TB, tuberculosis, TB, orthorhombic. Orthorhombic में सब कुछ है. O मतलब like we are shocked. सब है ना इसके अंदर. O, me, बाकी सब में सब ओनली प्रिमिटिव है. CBF, TB, O इंडिकेट्स कुछ शॉक हुआ, मतलब सारे के सारे है, सारे वेरिएशंस है. Me, me एंड देन ओनली प्रिमिटिव. ये भी इसी ऑर्डर में याद रखो क्योंकि ये भी एक स्पेसिफिक ऑर्डर में है. A इक्वल टू B इक्वल टू C, A इक्वल टू B नॉट इक्वल टू C, A नॉट इक्वल टू B नॉट इक्वल टू C. फिर से उसी को रिवर्स में जाओ. फिर से A नॉट इक्वल टू B नॉट इक्वल टू C, A इक्वल टू B नॉट इक्वल टू C, A इक्वल टू B इक्वल टू C. लास्ट केस में कोई भी इक्वल नहीं है, सो ये याद रखना इजी है. A नॉट इक्वल टू B नॉट इक्वल टू C, अल्फा नॉट इक्वल टू बीटा नॉट इक्वल टू C, गामा. ओके. इसी ऑर्डर में आप लोग याद किया तो इस स्पेसिफिक ऑर्डर को फॉलो कर सकते हो. पहले सारे इक्वल, बाद में एक नॉट इक्वल, सारे नॉट इक्वल. इसी को रिवर्स में जाओ. नॉट इक्वल, एक नॉट इक्वल, सारे इक्वल. इज दिस क्लियर? क्योंकि आप लोग को पूछा जाता है in case of orthorhombic what is the condition for the interfacial angles, what is the condition for the axial distances. So आपको आइडेंटिफाई करना पड़ेगा. ओके. पहले केस में सारे अल्फा बीटा गामा दे आर इक्वल टू 90. तो आप लोग को याद केवल ये 3 में कुछ ट्रिक बना के आप याद रखो. ओके. ये 3 में कुछ ट्रिक बना के याद रखो. बाकी सब में एक पर्टिकुलर पैटर्न है. CTO MHRT. This table is very, very, very important. You will get a question from this table definitely. Okay. एक्चुअल में हमारे पास क्रिस्टल सिस्टम्स कितना है? 7 क्रिस्टल सिस्टम्स ना. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. वेरिएशंस जो है 4 है. इफ ऑल द क्रिस्टल सिस्टम्स हैव ऑल 4 वेरिएशंस, तब टोटल क्रिस्टल लैटिसेस कितना बनेगा? 7 into 4 28 बनना चाहिए. ओके. 28 बनना चाहिए. बट अवेलेबल कितना है हमारे पास? 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14. You have only 14 crystal variations in nature. You have 14 crystal variations, and those 14 crystal variations are called as Bravais lattices. Bravais lattice. Okay. Expected है 28 but 28 नहीं है available nature में. You have only 14 variations. Those 14 crystal variations are called as Bravais lattice. हमारे syllabus में what we are interested in is only cubic unit cell. हमारे syllabus में जो analysis है it is there only for the cubic unit cells. Cubic unit cells matlab we will always have A equal to B equal to C and alpha equal to beta equal to gamma equal to 90. And in the cubic unit cells, what are the different variations we have? Either we have primitive or simple. So as it is cubic unit cell, it is called as primitive or simple cubic. Also represented by SC. SC indicates simple cubic. You have body centered cubic. As it is cubic unit cell, further हम cubic करके add कर रहे हैं. Body centered cubic, also termed as BCC unit cell. Body centered cubic. You have face centered cubic. Because the variations we have in cubic system are only PBF. Face centered cubic, also called as FCC. Okay. Which is sometimes also referred to as, important है, CCP. CCP. CCP indicates cubic closed packing. जब हम फेस सेंटर्ड क्यूबिक के बारे में पढ़ेंगे तब वो लिखते हैं वो टर्म. It is also referred to as CCP, cubic closed packing. Okay. ठीक है. एक छोटा सा क्वेश्चन दे रहा हूं. A cube has how many corners? How many faces? How many edges? And how many body centers? Fill in the blanks.
8 corners.
A cube has how many corners?
8.
8 corners. How many faces?
6.
सबको पता है ना, जो आप जिस रूम में बैठ रहे हैं ना उस रूम को ऑब्जर्व करो. यू कैन सी 6 फेसेस. नहीं तो यहाँ पे देखो 1 2 ऑपोजिट, ये ऑपोजिट 3 4 ऊपर नीचे 5 6. सो एनी क्यूब हैज 6 फेसेस. एडजस्ट मतलब ये हुआ, ये हुआ 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12. So you have 12 edges. Good. How many body centers?
1.
You have 1 body center. Clear है? और एक important, very important, contribution. थोड़ा विजुअलाइजेशन की जरूरत है इस चैप्टर में. आप लोग को अपने घर से विजुअलाइज करना पड़ेगा. सेंटर पे रहता तो मैं विजुअलाइज करवा सकता था. Contribution of an atom at a given location. Contribution of an atom at a given location. Corner, face, body center, edge center. अभी एक बार, if the atom is present at the body center, the entire atom is lying within the unit cell. So the contribution of the atom whenever it is present at the body center, can I say it is 1? ओके, इफ द सेम एटम इज प्रेजेंट एट फेस सेंटर, यहाँ पे है। अभी ये जो पर्टिकुलर फेस है, इफ यू आर हैविंग another room adjacent to this, so ये जो फेस है, it is common to 2 rooms. Okay, so in that case ये जो एटम रहेगा यहाँ पे फेस सेंटर पे जो भी रहेगा, उसका कंट्रीब्यूशन पर यूनिट सेल कितना होगा? इट विल बी हाफ, क्योंकि आधा इसके अंदर रहेगा, आधा इस रूम के अंदर रहेगा। ओके, सो द कंट्रीब्यूशन ऑफ द एटम which is present at the face center will be half. आधा ये शेयर कर रहे हैं, आधा ये शेयर कर रहे हैं, because this room is part of, or this particular face is part of 2 rooms. ये कॉमन है ना? आया समझ में? If the atom is present at the edge, if the atom is present at the edge, tell me its contribution. 4, because an edge is shared by 4 rooms. यहाँ पे ये एक रूम है, यहाँ पे एक रूम आएगा, वैसा ही ऊपर एक आएगा, इसके साइड में और एक आएगा. सो दिस एज इज शेयर्ड बाय 4 रूम्स. सो यहाँ पे जो भी एटम रहेगा, इट विल बी डिस्ट्रीब्यूटेड इन 4 रूम्स, और इट विल बी डिस्ट्रीब्यूटेड इन 4 यूनिट सेल्स. सो व्हाट विल बी द कंट्रीब्यूशन ऑफ द एटम व्हिच इज प्रेजेंट एट द एज? इट विल बी
1/4.
1/4. समझा? अभी ये जो कॉर्नर है यहाँ पे, ये जो कॉर्नर है, दिस कॉर्नर इज शेयर्ड बाय हाउ मेनी रूम्स? 8 रूम्स. सबको समझ में आया ना? वो ये पे जो कॉर्नर है, यहाँ पे एक आएगा, इसके पीछे यहाँ एक, मतलब एक प्लेन में, इस पर्टिकुलर प्लेन में यू हैव 4 रूम्स. वैसा ही ऊपर भी 4 रूम रहेंगे, उस 4 रूम के लिए भी यही कॉर्नर होगा. Okay, so this corner is shared by 8 rooms. So the contribution of the atom which is present at the corner will be
1/8.
1/8. Okay, so corner से आपको contribution 1/8 है, face से आपको contribution half है, body center complete contribution, head center 1/4. ये कभी नहीं बोलना है, कॉमन सेंस है ये. ठीक है? Is this clear? Okay. Okay. यही तक करते हैं. We will continue the next lecture. I need to do some drawings. So अभी lecture के टाइम पे बहुत टाइम लगेगा. So कल रेडी रखता हूँ. Okay. Thank you.